So lately I've been getting some smoking sessions in with my new portable Asmoke Essentials grill. It's a smart grill with a rechargeable USB-C battery that lasts up to 10 hours. So today we'll be smoking some shortcut beef ribs on it using some cherry wood pellets. And we'll be taking the Asmoke Essentials grill through its paces, testing out all its features in this semi-long cook. This includes the Aska liquid steam technology that keeps your proteins moist, its 5-inch LCD touchscreen, and the mobile app that goes with the grill. These and other features we'll cover in the video as we chug along a tasty beer braised beef rib recipe. So if you're hip to techie gadgets and grilling, this video's for you, right here on Al Lunacy Queuing. Welcome back, my good people. Today's menu is short ribs, and these are basically dino ribs cut into smaller pieces. So these are cut in a way that they're much easier to share and don't carry the price tag that a whole rack of dino ribs would cost you. So we are going to dry them off before we do any trimming, then we'll take a look at what we're dealing with. So these are going to pretty much be all the same. The membrane on the bone side, which we'll leave as is, and some fat with some silver skin on the meaty side that we'll trim off. Now some will have more silver skin than others, but we'll use our Victorinox boning knife to get underneath. Now take your time doing this because you don't want to cut yourself and you want to leave as much meat on as possible. Now take a look at that intramuscular fat underneath. Of course, some will have more marbling than other pieces. Nice. Okay, so we'll finish here, then we'll work on our rub. So I think we did okay with our trimming. Check it out. Let me pick it up. Here it is. What do you guys think? All right. For our rub, we'll start with 2 packs of Sazon Goya Cilantro with Achiote seasoning. This does contain salt, so we'll check salt levels in the end. Next, half a teaspoon of Turmeric, a whole teaspoon of Achiote powder, a whole teaspoon of onion powder, a whole teaspoon of garlic powder, a whole teaspoon of 16 mesh black pepper, and then we'll mix it all together, then taste it and check for the salt level. It does need a little more salt, so we'll add half a teaspoon of coarse sea salt. And while we're at it, we'll add some dried chives that will give our rub some nice hints of green. Mix it all together and we should be good. We'll then spray our ribs with some olive oil so that our dry rub sticks to our meat. We'll hit all sides to include the bone side so that we can get our rub to really penetrate the meat. Now this rub is really savory and goes well with all proteins, whether it's beef, chicken, or pork, but I really enjoy it on beef and chicken. Just make sure to check your salt levels before you decide to add any salt, and you should be good to go. All done here, now let's talk about our smoker. The Asmoke Essential Grill runs on a USB-C rechargeable battery with 4 blue lights that scroll up as it's charging, with all blue lights staying on when it's fully charged. You can download the Asmoke app through the Play or Apple Store, which allows you to connect to the grill via Bluetooth Wi-Fi to control and monitor your temperatures on your phone. Now before taking the grill outside, I decided to update the firmware on the grill. To do this, I used the 5-inch LCD touchscreen and navigated to the connections section to connect to my Wi-Fi, then to the grill info section and press the update firmware. This took about a few minutes, then the grill restarted itself. Now this is good to check if there's any updates every few months because Asmoke fixes any software bugs and adds new recipes to the grill user interface. Now Asmoke is still adding some preset functions and recipes to the interface, but recipes already added were smoked and seared ribeye, a burger recipe, Thor's hammer lasagna, and much more. So now that we are updated, let's take it outside to start our cook. Total weight of the grill is 48 pounds, making it pretty easy to move around. The rechargeable battery has a button that you can press to check your battery life and easily snaps to the side of the grill. Moving over to the other side is the hopper that holds a total of 5 pounds of wood pellets. Today we are using cherry wood pellets. The cherry wood smoke along with the seasoning we're using today should give us a very nice color. Besides using the app, you can also select and adjust temperatures by turning the knob, then pressing in to your desired temperature, or using the touchscreen. Temperatures range from 180 degrees to 500 degrees Fahrenheit. We won't be using the top rack today, but with it, total cooking space on this grill is 271 square inches, which is plenty of room for our ribs. We are starting at a low temp of 210 degrees to get some smoke on the ribs, then we'll raise the temps up later in the cook. Before we start though, I'm gonna go ahead and fill up the water pan down here. I believe the ASCA technology. I'm gonna do some beer. The manufacturer states that the ASCA steam technology speeds up cooking times without sacrificing flavor, keeping your proteins moist and juicy. We have a total of 8 short rib cuts here, and we left a little space in between to allow the smoke to surround the meat. And you can see here that the Asmoke Essential Grill is smoking like a champ. Ports here. There it says 90 degrees, 91 degrees. All right. A little over an hour in. We're at 206, 208, 210, 141 on the probe. We'll take a peek in 2 hours, let the temperature get a little bit closer to that 200. Tell you what, we did have a little bit remnants of the seasoning we used. I'm going to go ahead and just pour this beer in there. The remainder. So here we decided to make a beer braise with the leftover seasoning, beer, and barbecue sauce. We'll wrap up the ribs in this at the end of our cook. Now let's go back outside and check on our ribs. Look at that. For 163, they look pretty good. So let's check the grease tray here. We got a little bit of grease. All right, let me put these in the braising sauce and I'll bring you guys back in. So we'll first put the ribs in the foil pan with the braising sauce uncovered so that the liquid can take in some smoke as well as the ribs. 3.5 hours in, and it's time to flip the ribs over to the meat side and make sure we baste the ribs before wrapping them up for the final stretch of the cook. We are at about 185 degrees here on our meat probe, so I'm projecting our total cook time will be about 4.5 hours. Wrapped up, the liquid will steam the meat, adding that beer braised flavor while tenderizing the meat. Since the foil will contain the juices, we can now turn up the grill temp to 300 degrees Fahrenheit to finish off the cook. These things, I just checked temp right now, we're at a 198 and they're probing tender. I'm going to go ahead and put them in the pizza oven to rest for about 30 minutes, 45 minutes. Looking at the hopper, it took almost half. On the batter, we got a little over half. So not bad. The ribs rested for about 30 minutes at 150 degrees Fahrenheit in the pizza oven. So now let's see how we did. Oh yeah. Looking at the ribs, you can see that the meat pulled back a bit on the bone, which is what you want. Now the lighting inside my house is not doing the ribs justice on their color, but they looked great. They were moist, meaty, and juicy. Like they say, these are like little briskets on a bone. Check out the minimal effort it took to pull it off the bone. Wowzers. Now let me try a one-handed pull. Oh yeah. And check out that smoke ring this little grill gave the meat. Definitely impressed. This was a delicious and fantastic cook on the Asmoke Essential Grill. I look forward to doing possibly some longer cooks on it, but for this 4.5 hour cook, it performed very well. I'll have the link for it in the video description below, along with the other items used in the video. If this is your first time visiting the channel, we'd appreciate your support by subscribing. Don't forget to comment, like, and share. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments. Till next time, take care of yourselves and each other.